Hello students. In the previous live class, we have discussed about the computer mouse. Now let's recap it. And in the today's class, we'll discuss about various mouse operations and keyboarding skills. So basically a computer mouse is a handheld pointing device that detects two-dimensional motion relative to a surface. This motion is typically translated into the motion of a pointer on a display, which allows a smooth control of the graphical user interface of a computer. In earlier days, mouse originally used a ball rolling on a surface to detect motion, but modern mouse mostly have optical sensors that have no moving parts. Originally wired to a computer, many modern mouse are cordless, relying on short-range radio communication with the connected system, that is Bluetooth or infrared mouse system. In addition to moving a cursor, computer mice have one or more buttons to allow operations such as selecting of a menu item on a display. Mouse often also feature other elements such as touch surfaces and scroll wheels, which enable additional control and dimensional input. A mouse typically controls the motion of a pointer in two dimensions in a graphical user interface. The mouse turns movement of the hand backward and forward, left and right into equivalent electronic signals that in turn are used to move the pointer. The relative movements of the mouse on the surface are applied to the position of the pointer on the screen, which signals the point where actions of the user take place, so hand movements are replicated by the pointer. Clicking or hovering movement while the cursor is within the bounds of an area can select files, programs, or actions from a list of names or through small images called icons and other elements. Suppose let's take an example. A text file might be represented by a picture of a paper notebook, and clicking while the cursor hovers this icon might cause a text editing program to open the file in a window. So now different ways of operating the mouse cause specific things to happen in the graphical user interface. That is simply the operations of mouse. So the left single click, this is the clicking the main button, and left double click, it means the clicking the button two times in quick succession counts as a different gesture that two separate single clicks. Now left triple click, clicking the button three times in quick succession counts as a different gesture than three separate single clicks. Triple clicks are far less common in traditional navigation. Now what is right click? Clicking the secondary button, that is button present in the right side. In modern applications, this frequently opens a context menu. Suppose you want to refresh the computer, then you can click the right click. You will find one context menu, you will find the refresh button in there. Mouse is also used for drag. That is what is drag. The drag is pressing and holding a button and moving the mouse before releasing the button. This is drag. This is frequently used to move or copy files or other objects via drag and drop. Other uses include selecting text and drawing in graphic applications. Suppose you want to copy one file from your pen drive to the desktop or to the computer, then drag and drop option is selected. So now I concluded the mouse operation part. Now let's come to the keyboarding skill part. So now coming to the typing part, you have noticed the computer operators in various offices or in companies, they can type very faster. So a question is arised in our mind, how can I type faster? So here are some skills that we should develop with our hand to type faster. In your effort to learn to type faster, finger position is one of the most important basics. When you start on a lesson, you must place your index fingers as shown at the image below. This is the image. These two keys F and J have some bumps or one bump, and you can identify these keys without seeing these keys. Now this is the starting position. Place your index finger above the F and J, and at the left of F you will find A as D key, and in the right of J you will find KL like that. So this is the starting position, and the key is A as DF for your left hand and JKL for your right hand. So these are known as home keys for typing. Generally you find one home key in the keyboard, but for typing they are the home keys. That is, in your left hand you will find ASDF, and for right hand you will find JKL and dot. Again look at the image. Put your index finger on the F and J key. Now read carefully. With your index fingers, you can feel a bump on the keys F and J. When you type, you must get back to these two keys as soon as a key has been pressed on the keyboard, so that you know all the time where you are on the keyboard. If you don't find the keys F and J again, you will get lost and make a lot of mistakes. Okay? For the same reasons, the first lessons are done without even ever moving your fingers from these two keys. Now, after home keys, we have to know what is touch typing. So touch typing is typing without looking at the keyboard. That you should have your eyes on your fingers. The fundamental idea is that each finger is given its own section of the keyboard, and your fingers learn the location of the keyboard through practicing regularly and gaining muscle memory to eventually build up speed while typing. So first you start with the home keys. What are the home keys? These are the home keys. ASDF and JKL colon. Now I describe the touch typing. Now read this page. Touch typing or blind typing, as some calls it, means that you type without looking at the keyboard. To learn to do that, finger position is very important. When you type, you must use specific fingers for the same keys all the time, as illustrated at the image above. If you don't do that, you will soon lose your orientation and make mistakes. When you have found the two home keys, what are the two home keys? F and J. You should strive to type without looking at the keyboard. Look instead at the two hands at the virtual keyboard on your screen. So, for touch typing, you have to look at the display, not on the keyboard. Don't get frustrated if you do mistakes in the beginning. So, in every work at the beginning, we make mistakes. But we know that failure is the pillar of success. So, we have to do repeat typing. After exercising for some time, you will know by heart where the keys are and your touch typing will go much more smooth. So you cannot type as fast as the computer operators, but the developing the typing practice or typing skill will be one of them. So again I am repeating how to find the home row position. Okay, write the steps. Number 1, locate the elevated tabs without looking down on the F and J keys. Place your left index finger on the F key and your right index finger on the J key. Number 2, then place the fingers on your left hand on the A, S, D and F keys and the fingers on your right hand on the J, K, L and semicolon keys. Now the third step is your fingers are now in the home row position. Okay. Now coming back to the touch typing without looking part. When you are a beginner at touch typing, you should try to type with all 10 fingers and without looking at the keyboard. By doing this, you will of course make mistakes to begin with, but with some training it will become natural for you. Instead, look at the keyboard depicted on the screen below the text. If you type the wrong letter, it will be highlighted by changing the font color to red. This is one important line. If you make mistake on typing, the computer will automatically highlight the wrong letter or wrong spelling by changing the font color to red. The number of typing errors you make is indicated at the right side of the top of the screen. If you halfway through a lesson press repeat, the number of errors will be reset and you can start over again. Now, what is the proper sitting posture to type? When you are training touch typing, the right sitting posture is very important. So here are some points to remember for the good posture of typing. Sit straight with your back straight, feet firmly touching the ground and with both elbows bent at the right angle. The screen is to be tilted upward, allowing you to face the screen with your head slightly tilted forward. And keep a distance of 40 to 70 centimeter between your eyes and the screen. And prevent strain of the shoulders, arms and wrist muscles by allowing the wrists to touch the tabletop in front of the keyboard. Never shift your body weight to your wrist by resting on them. So doing this, you will avoid pain in your back and you will be able to type for a long time without great strain on your neck and shoulder. Now this is the question: what is the average speed of a touch typist? So how much word or letters we can type in 1 minute or in 10 minutes? In various jobs of typist, and they are asked to type words or letters or some essays within some time duration. So now let's discuss about the average speed of touch typist. Those who use only 2 fingers often type as slow as 10 words per minute. Generally, the common people use only 2 fingers, 2 index fingers to type at the keyboard. Some of us also use only one finger of the right hand or the left hand. Now, those who use only 2 fingers often type as slow as 10 words per minute, although some are capable of surprising fast speed with this primitive technique. So with the help of touch typing, we can increase our speed of typing. After following these procedures of touch typing, you will be able to type at least 35 to 45 words per minute. After some months of experience and regular typing, you can reach 90 words per minute or even higher. As with everything else, practice makes perfect. You can follow your own progress by pressing the button statistics in the top right corner. You will be able to follow your progress online after each lesson. Okay, so this is the class for some mouse operations and touch typing or keyboard skills. Okay, thank you.